The following program is being brought to you on the Voice America Women's Channel. For more information about our network and to check out additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericawomen.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.
Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall Gruyter. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter.
Welcome, everyone. I hope that you're having an amazing day. I'm excited and honored to have you leaning into this special time together. We started an exciting series last week where we're focused in on the concept Bloom, where you are planted, and shine. And this is in honor of our forthcoming book, which we're super excited about to be released on September 15th. So please mark that on your calendar, circle it. We're going to have a special launch around this book, special rates if any of you are wanting to lean in and get support on the journey to really help you discover, no matter where you are, no matter what has happened to you, that you can in fact bloom, and not only bloom and grow, but shine. That's what we're here to talk about today. And I have 4 special guests that are actually co-authors in this book that we're going to talk kind of behind the scenes. We're going to ask them why they leaned into this project, a little kind of sneak peek of what we can expect to find in their particular chapter. And we're going to tap into them for some wisdom and advice today on our journey, because I want you to have something you can take with you today to help inspire you, to help empower you, and encourage you to bloom exactly where you are right now and shine. Let's pause for a moment and take a breath together. I find we can rush around in life so much, so it can move so quickly. We can, in fact, forget to pause. We can forget to breathe, and we end up having that kind of shallow in the chest breathing where it's hard to even get our words out sometimes. And so I'm going to encourage you to use this time together to process things real time. We have ways that we have built pauses into the show to help you process what is being poured into you real time today. I don't want it added to the to-do list that someday you're going to maybe do these additional things. I want you to be able to apply things right now, real time, and give yourself the gift of processing real time. So be present. Take the breath. Really be here with us today. Because it is not an accident that we have all connected in. We have people from around the world on this call today, both from our experts that we're going to be talking today, as well as our listeners. So it is not an accident that we are connecting heart to heart around the world. There is something for you here today, and I want to make sure you receive it. That you're open and ready to receive what is here for you today. Because each of you are beautifully and wonderfully made on purpose and for a purpose, and you're absolutely needed for such a time as this. And I celebrate that you have leaned in to being poured into, that you are allowing yourself to be present, to be nourished, because that's part of blooming, so that you can shine. And on that concept or on that thought, I want you to just take a moment. Those of you who are driving, please stay safe. Keep both hands on the wheels, eyes open and alert, inwardly tuning in. Those of you who are able to, though, I want you to sit back in your chair, feet on the floor, and just allow us to connect heart to heart, soul to soul, spirit to spirit. And I want you just to check in. Think about, are you feeling nourished? Are you feeling like you're getting and receiving all that you need? Are you feeling like you're blooming? And blooming to me is growing and expressing your unique color and fragrance and vibrancy and texture out into the world, sharing your gifts, your unique and wonderful mixture of you out in the world. That's blooming, is expressing all of that. And then shining is you're sharing it outwards. You're letting others see it too. You're letting others experience the richness of you. Do you feel that you are fully doing that? Are you, as you pause for a moment, feeling like, I think I could perhaps bloom a little bit more. I could share maybe a little bit more of who I am. Or those of you are all out there shining powerfully and beautifully, remembering to take care of yourself, to guard against weeds taking root, and that you make sure there's enough sustenance to support you on the journey as you're shining outwardly. Important things to check in on, not with judgment, not with criticism, but awareness. Because if we don't pause, we don't look, we don't check, it's really easy to have parasites that are eating away at things that matter to us, could even be eating our root system that will help us sustain storms. It's really important to check in once in a while and just see, how are we doing in blooming and shining? Just when you take a moment, pause, and check in. And while you're doing that, I invite you to put one hand on your heart, one hand on your head, and close your eyes. You're absolutely safe. I want you to breathe in through your nose, eyes closed, and you want to breathe in so much that your belly is expanding as big as it can get. And then out through your mouth like through a straw. Keep breathing. And I invite you to keep breathing this way throughout our show. By putting your hand on your heart, on your head, and breathing in this way, it brings you very present. It lowers your cortisol levels, your stress levels, which can help you think more clearly, calmly, and it oxygenates, gives you oxygen throughout your whole body. Really powerful. And you can do all of that in just 1 to 2 minutes. Really powerful. But as you're breathing and eyes closed in this space, reflecting on blooming and shining, what is it that you need? What is it that you need today, real time, that will encourage you, empower you, nourish you, help you share just a little bit more of who you are? What is it that you need today? And I'm going to add a second question to that you are willing to receive. Sometimes those are different answers. You must be willing to receive what it is that you need. And if you found there was a pause, or I need that, but I'm not quite ready, or I'm not quite willing to receive that yet, that's fine. Take a breath and explore what is it that you need that you will receive today. Just receive that information. It can come in a picture, a memory, a sound, all different kinds of ways. Information using all of our senses can come to us. I want you to receive that information. Go ahead, open up your eyes, come back into the room fully present, and write down what it is that you had placed on your heart that you need and are willing to receive. I want you to keep it top of mind. It's so easy to forget and get distracted. But instead, I want you to anchor it. I want you to write it out. I want you to be on the lookout, anticipating that you're going to receive this today, perhaps even during our time together today. Be on the lookout. It's so easy to miss things because we forget to look for them. We forget to see things that are right in front of us. So let's be on the lookout for what it is that we need today and are willing to receive. Let's breathe that in together. Heart to heart, supporting one another around the room. And we're going to go around the room here, our virtual room, and I wanted you to heart-to-heart connect with our guest experts that we're going to be talking to a little bit later today, and have them just share. They're going to share like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, a quick something that was laid on their heart, and you might find an echo in yours. So with that, Jim, I'd love to have you share something that was laid on your heart as we went within and listened.
I think about gratitude because I think that has really been the thing that I think about with the opportunities and the people that I've been able to connect with and just be able to appreciate.
Beautiful. I love that. Gratitude. Thank you. Dixie, I'd love to have you share.
Hi, Rebecca. For me, it's about the community, and it's the sanctity of coming together in community, which I believe is exactly what we're doing today on this call. And I just love just plugging in and being a part of this group and sharing.
Beautiful. I love that. It is pretty special when we can connect in in a community way around the world. It's a pretty powerful experience. So thank you, Dixie. Beautiful. And Samantha, what was laid on your heart?
Yes, this is me. It was very much thinking about what came up for me was self-love and taking time to nourish your soul. Being consciously aware. That's what, as you were guiding us through, that's what came up for me. So I thought, amazing, just being consciously aware.
I love that, to nourish our soul, bringing that awareness and that reminder. Beautiful. Thank you.
Yep.
And Sonya, how about you?
Connection. I kept getting connection, and not just like I love this platform, but also connection with your family and connection when you're out doing your daily business. And I always ask, how are you doing today, to whomever is also serving me? Because I want them to feel acknowledged, and I want to connect with them.
I love that we can really carry this have this deep connection today, but that we can purposely and remember to bring that forward into our everyday life. Beautiful. And I think that ties into the nourishing of our soul and gratitude. They all weave together so beautifully. Thank you, Sonya. Thank you for sharing. And listeners, what's laid on your heart? What is it that you need that you are willing to receive? And in that, I hope you feel our connection, our support, our desire to nourish our souls and nourish yours. And I just feel a gratefulness to have this opportunity to be here in this space with each and every one of you. And we're getting ready to transition to our first commercial break. And I want to let you in on a secret. So lean in. These commercial breaks are secretly 2-minute moments in disguise just for you. It's an opportunity for you to stay present, to process what's being laid on your heart, what's being shared and spoken into you, so that you're giving yourself time, 2 minutes, breathing, processing and receiving on a cellular level. Resist the temptation to run off and cross things off your to-do list and get distracted. Really honor being present and honoring what is laid on your heart. And when we come back, we're going to dive into a deeper conversation with each of our experts. We look forward to talking to you in just 2 minutes.
Voice America Women. Your passion starts here. Tune in to the Just Jan TV show at justjantvshow.com. Visionary women's leader Jan Jorgensen is inspiring, practical, and visionary. Jan brings us everyday transformational emerging leaders, courageously changing the world by speaking and living their truth. Sit around the table with us for profound feminine wisdom, insights, and connection. Be sure to join us at justjantvshow.com. New episodes are every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time at justjantvshow.com.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit EmpoweredConnectionsTV.com. That's EmpoweredConnectionsTV.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
For women, the pressure to achieve is stronger, the work hours longer, and the struggle for respect and authority more complex than ever. You want guidance on how to succeed, and you are not alone. You're invited to take your coffee break with Game Changers on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern for our special series, Game Changing Women. Powerful women leaders will help you make sense of it all, analyze how you can change the game, and share their playbooks. Game Changing Women, presented by SAP on the Business Channel.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit Facebook.com/Voice America.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed those 2 minutes just for you. You're going to have several opportunities throughout our time together to do that. But behind the scenes, we can all be remembering to take those deep breaths as we sink into this rich, nourishing experience of connecting together. So welcome back. Glad to have all of you connecting heart to heart as we dig into this rich and juicy conversation, as we talk kind of behind the scenes to our amazing authors of Bloom, Where You Are Planted, and Shine is in all capital letters, our forthcoming book to be released on September 15th. I'm just going to remind you a few times throughout the show because I don't want you to miss that special window as we announce the show. The book. We're on the show right now announcing it, but as we announce the book. And for those of you who want to make sure you don't miss out, you can friend me if you haven't already on Facebook. And so you'll be alerted and notified when we start that campaign and share out that information. So just a tip if you want to make sure you're reminded and have the opportunity to lean in to the special we'll be running with the best-selling campaign starting on September 15th. Welcome back again. And I, behind the scenes, have talked with the authors a little bit, and I'm going to have each of them connect with us. I'll introduce them, sharing a little bit of their background. You can see their full bios and all of their information on our site, but I want to highlight a couple things and then have them share in their words from their heart why they leaned into this particular project. Why this book? Why did they feel pulled and called? Because every author in our book felt a calling, that something was being called forth by leaning into this particular book at this time. So let me introduce our first author, the amazing, I want a drum roll, everybody. Imagine a drum roll, everyone. Dixie Bennett, here we go. Dixie Bennett is our global change agent. I want you to feel that, a global change agent, a facilitator, a best-selling author, a speaker, and she is on a mission to empower 1 million women around the world. Please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Dixie Bennett to the show. Woo! Welcome!
Thanks, Rebecca.
You're welcome. Glad to have you today all the way from Canada. So welcome.
Thank you.
You are very welcome, and I'd love to have you share why this project, why did it touch your heart and draw you in? Why did you say yes?
Well, it was one of those things that literally jumped out of my email box into my face. It just kind of jumped off the page. And I just love the title, Bloom Where You're Planted and Shine, because a lot of my work is about really getting into the roots of our past and where we came from to where we want to go. And I think we spend so much time, we want to be outside of our bodies and we think we want to go up, but the truth is the deeper we go down, we can actually get a really deeper, more cleaner look, and that's really where the healing transpires into community and to be of service and to really be anchored and grounded. And I loved all those delicious words you used before about, the color, the vibrancy, the texture, the letting others experience the richness of me. And I really believe that that's in the root system. So I just had to be a part of this because it just spoke really deeply to my heart.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And what a good reminder that the deeper we go, that's where the roots are. That's where there's so much power and richness. Beautiful. Thank you, Dixie. Mm-hmm. We love having you as part of this book. So absolutely. And everyone, you will love her chapter. So our next amazing author that I wanted to introduce you to is Jim T. Chong, and he is a radio show host. He is a publisher. He actually has a book that he's leading that will be coming out very soon, as well as being part of our book. He's a speaker and master MC, creator of the Wok Star, that's W-O-K Star, and he's absolutely passionate about helping others. Please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Jim T. Chong to the show. Welcome!
Oh, great, Rebecca. You are hilarious and an incredible individual. I will tell you, how could you not be a part of a project with a title like this, Bloom Where You Are Planted and Shine? And what really made me want to be a part of this so badly is the fact that I see a lot of people want to just dream and dream and dream. And I love the focus that you have on just don't wait till tomorrow, but just do it now. Wherever you're at, go ahead and just shine. And that's what really stood out to me here, because I believe a lot of people have different reasons why they're not moving forward. I myself have had different barriers I've had to break, but I love the fact that the title is so active, and I hope that this will inspire people to be able to make decisions that can move them forward, because a lot of people also count on them for inspiration as well. And I know that's also key to our own personal healing.
Very true. No, I love what you're sharing about that action, because we can wait and put that on the list and some taking action, and I choose to bloom, because it's a choice. It's choosing. And you're absolutely passionate about helping business owners understand the bigger picture of social media and really being able to shine in it. Please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Samantha Jansen to the show. Welcome!
Yay! Really excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. All the way from Australia. I love it.
Yeah, no, really excited. Look, Rebecca, to be honest, and to all the listeners, when I heard about the title name, I thought, wow, there was an instant connection. But also I think what really came up for me was, on a personal level, how can I add some value in a place where I think it's really important for individuals to really take that time to dig deep and go, as a few of the other co-authors mentioned, it is where you have a choice whether you want to really thrive and really step out and shine. And when you mentioned the name, I thought, wow, if I can add one or two little golden nuggets to a global community, then I feel like I'm really, making a difference. And I want to do that. And that's really where that I just went, yes, I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to try my best to connect and add some value that's really going to help people on a greater scale by picking up the book and reading it and really going, wow, I can take so much from all the authors and really, change my perspective a little bit. So, yeah, that's why I said yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing. I love your heart of really, how can I help? Do I have something that can add value? And your chapter did really powerfully and beautifully. And I love the heart. That's something every author in this book has really echoed. They wanted to serve. They wanted their sharing to make a difference in your life, to pour into the reader, and actually gave action steps that we can take. So not just information, but like steps that we can take. So what an important reminder. And I'm glad to know that, because I didn't know all of that, Samantha. So thank you for sharing.
That's all right.
Love it. Love it. Leaning in and saying yes. So thank you. Thank you. Well, we have our next amazing expert. And you know what I'm thinking is I actually want to give us a pause. I want to give us a moment to digest what has been laid on your heart, because I don't want to rush Sonya, and I really want to give each of you the opportunity to breathe and really be nourished by what is being shared here today. So we're actually going to get ready to transition to our commercial break here, those 2 minutes just for you. I want to invite you, though, before we do that, to remember to write down September 15th. That's the magic day when the book will be released. You'll find it on Amazon, Bloom Where You Are Planted and Shine. You can absolutely friend me. So we, one, love to stay connected, but two, you don't miss any of the announcements that go out once the book is live and available. And then 3, I want you to be thinking about, are you remembering to nourish yourself? Are you taking a moment to let your roots grow deep? Are you remembering to build that into your life, to allow your roots to go deep, to be willing to share the gift of who you are as you're going back out into the world? I want you to think about what one way that you can do that. You can either one way you can support your roots and going a little bit deeper, and or a way that you can shine a little bit more of who you are. We'll look forward to talking to you in just 2 minutes. Enjoy.
This is the Voice America Women's Channel, where your success is limitless.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Relationship issues? Anxious? Parenting challenges? No more. Learn to live your best life. Tune into Straight Talk with top therapist, relationship, and anxiety expert Sandra Reish. Learn to transform your challenges into effective solutions. Whether it's relationships, parenting, anxiety, or other traps, Sandra will show you how you can live the life of your dreams. Listen live every Thursday afternoon at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and 3 p.m. Pacific Time on the Voice America Health and Wellness Channel. Do you find yourself working tirelessly to keep your business going? Are you finding out that you don't have time for family, friends, any kind of personal life whatsoever? It's time to stop feeling trapped by your business. Tune in to Reclaim Your Freedom with host Shirley Dalton. You'll hear from guests that will help you work on your business instead of constantly in your business and get your life back while the business keeps running and humming. Reclaim Your Freedom airs live every Tuesday at 1 p.m. U.S. Pacific Time on Voice America Business.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation. Follow us on Twitter at VoiceAmericaTRN. Get the lowdown on guests, new shows, and your favorites. That's VoiceAmericaTRN.
You're listening listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed those 2 minutes just for you, that you took the time to really think about sinking your roots and maybe even got them to dig in just a little bit deeper during those 2 minutes, as well as gave some thought about how or a willingness or what's a way you can share just a little bit more of who you are. You can shine more of who you are out in the world. And this book is something that we feel like will support you wherever you are in that journey, from discovering that you're beautiful and you're wonderful and that you can bloom. And here's some practical and profound ways to do that, all the way to let's keep the shine going. Like, we'll support you all along the way. So one of the reasons I'm very excited to have some of our authors here today is I've had the privilege of reading their stories, of hearing their heart, of talking with them. And it's been such a rich privilege. It has impacted me. It's changed my life. And I want to give you that same experience where you get to touch in with them a little bit, heart to heart, hear their voice, hear what they are bringing forth. And I know it will touch your heart as it has touched mine. Before we went to our last break, I had let you know that we had one more guest expert joining us today, and I wanted to take a moment to introduce Sonya to you. She is the founder of Success Coaching Unlimited, and I love that, unlimited, no limits, and creator of the Money Mindset Coaching. And she can actually see your money blocks and help you release them, and she gets very excited about doing that, is absolutely passionate about helping you step into your success and that money mindset that can help you shine in a really powerful way. Please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Sonya Williams to the show. Woo! Welcome!
Well, thank you. So glad to be here. And I wanted to just quickly say that I resonated so deeply with this project when you talked about bloom where you are planted and shine. Because I recall having that aha moment after I'd been through my dark journey. And you know how you sometimes go, oh, my God, I wish things had been different. And I actually, for the first time, realized as tough as everything had been, I was happy that I was where I was because of who I was now surrounded with, supported, and being loved up by. So my title of my chapter is Lost, and Learning to Trust Again. So if you want to find out how I went from having $50 in my wallet to later getting a great job, owning my home, getting a car, and living a successful life and having a successful money mindset, please check out the book.
Beautiful share, Sonya, and I love your energy. I love your heart, your passion for helping others, and we're very honored to have you in this book, and I know your chapter will help people powerfully and change lives. So thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
And I love that you started the conversation about our chapter titles and what we can look forward to in each of the chapters. So I'm going to go around the room. And again, this is a sneak peek, everybody. So lean in if you want to know. I love to know behind the scenes what I can expect, what's in the book. So Samantha, do you mind sharing your title and a little something they can expect in your chapter?
Yes, definitely, Rebecca. So my chapter is called Driven to Thrive. And it comes from a place very much of really guiding the reader through a journey of transformation. So if you want to hear how I really looked at all the challenges and the obstacles as a learning experience and what I can do to step out and really embrace change and shine. So I encourage you to encourage the reader, the listeners to actually grab a copy and read it. Driven to Thrive is very much about be yourself, chase those dreams, and believe in yourself.
I love it. And keep going no matter what. That driven part was so powerful in it as well. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing and empowering us to believe in ourselves no matter what. I love it. Thank you. Jim, would you mind? Absolutely. And Jim, would you mind sharing your chapter title and a little something we can look forward to in your section?
Absolutely. And I think from a man's perspective, it's pretty interesting. But the chapter title is Choosing to Love Again. And I feel like I've been blessed with so many things in my life, but then there were a lot of things that just didn't happen right. And it's a chapter that talks about despair, but also hope, and about making that continual decision to keep moving forward, to be able to do great things, even though things look desolate. And so I'm very excited for this chapter that I think people look forward to, especially if they've gone through life situations. And it really was a chapter about healing for myself. I believe it would help a lot of people be able to relate, but also keep moving forward.
Beautiful. Thank you. And you shared so transparently and in the wound, what it was really like to navigate those waters and to lean into hope. So really, really powerful, Jim. Thank you for being you, for sharing so powerfully in your chapter. And we're excited to share it with all of our readers and our listeners out into the world. So thank you, Jim. So Dixie, would you share the title of your chapter and a little bit of what they can expect or a taste?
So my chapter is called Life is a Constant Construction Zone. And when I first signed up to do this book, I had an idea of what it was going to be about, but then it kind of evolved into more of a personal journey, really understanding what our roots really mean. And for me, I'm sharing more of a story about really understanding our home, like what is our home, where is our home. And again, like I said earlier, it's about the deepening. I was just journaling yesterday, and it was about the wow of deepening. And that's really what the life is. Life is a construction zone. There's construction all around us. It's looking at the reconstruction of our life, and sometimes we're uprooted and rerouted, and what is that container? What is our new life, our new experiences, our new direction, what does all that look like? And so I've got some tips and hints in my chapter part to share on, just how to come back to that space and be okay, and it doesn't have to be so hard, but it's just getting through it with some ease and divine guidance and direction.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing, and I love kind of the humor with which you wrote and the discovery as you went along in this. So
yeah, there was a lot of discovery.
It was really, really beautiful. And that's something, as I read all of these chapters, it's not just content information on how we absolutely have that, but there's a lot of heart as people actually peel back the curtain and let you know some of their lives, some of their hurt, some of their journey, and how they discovered they could shine. This is some of their own journey they're entrusting all of our readers with. Here's who I am. Here's where I'm vulnerable. This is what I care about. And even in that, this is how I learned to shine. And they're sharing that wisdom with you. And it's been really humbling and empowering and exciting to have such a rich group of authors come together and lean into a common heartbeat, but many different perspectives, many different journeys to support people around the world. And they took this stewardship, this responsibility of giving you something of value to such a high level that I'm just, again, in awe, humbled, and very proud to be the compiler, the leader of this project. And I can't wait to share it with all of you this coming September 15th. So I wanted to, because we have a couple moments here, I wanted to run around the room again and just see if there was something that surprised you, something you didn't expect that happened in the journey. So this is a behind the scenes moment, and I'm going to open up the floor, and anyone who would like to share, jump right in. And if someone jumps in first, then wait, and we'll let the next person jump in. But I'd love to just know if there was a surprise on the journey.
For me, Rebecca, it was very much around looking at, as I started writing, I started one way, and then I had this moment where I kind of went, how can you really connect with the reader? Dig deep, Samantha, dig a little deeper. And it was that led me to really change a little bit of the direction, where it was sharing how I felt emotionally and mentally around the journey of transformation, because I wanted the reader to, I don't know who's going to pick up a copy, but I wanted to connect with them really from that point of emotion, from an emotional point, if they're going through transformation, to go, yes, it can get hard. However, it's staying true to, who you are, and not forgetting and not letting go of what you want to ultimately achieve, in that journey, because it's so easy to get distracted. So I kind of had a moment where I was writing, and then I went, what's coming up for you? How can you connect? And then I kind of, now I'm going to go down the transformational journey, and that's how the chapter ended up. So, yeah.
Thank you for sharing. I love that. And I love that you honored that deepening, and that it allowed you to deepen too and share that. So I love that you honored that, and you were willing to go a different direction as you were led to serve the reader, the person who will be opening up this book. So thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Anyone else have something that kind of surprised them they'd like to share?
Yeah, I'd like to share.
Okay, so we'll do Jim first, and then we'll come back.
Okay,
so Jim.
Great. So we won't do the ladies first. We'll do the man first this time, right? But, I will tell you one thing. I talk a lot about love and the emotion of it. And I'm a very relational person by nature. Went through separation, divorce, the whole gamut of things. But I had a lot of things going right. And what I realized was how much clarity I had when I put it on paper, and just how much more healing power I got just through that. And I've had some people read the chapter, and when they shared it, they actually shed some tears. And I just found it to be very healing and cleansing for myself personally. And just, it really helped, again, remind me about the role that we play when we move forward. We're able to inspire people, even though we don't feel like we're at the best place in our life sometimes.
I love that. And remembering that sharing it does matter, and it can touch lives. I think sometimes we wait to get perfect with something. We keep getting ready to get ready, whereas right now we could be sharing, we could connect, we can touch lives, and they can touch ours too. So thank you for sharing that, Jim. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm getting the signal here. We're going to go to our next commercial break. And when we come back, I know there was one other share. I'll make sure that we get to hear that. But as you go into these next 2 minutes, I want you to think about what's being spoken on your heart. Are you following that prompt to go a little different direction, maybe in something than you thought? A little bit of a deepening, a discovery of yourself, and allowing yourself to be seen on a deeper and a more vulnerable level. Just things to think about in these next 2 minutes. We'll look forward to talking to you. Enjoy.
The Voice America Women's Channel.
Tune in to the Just Jan TV show at justjantvshow.com. Visionary women's leader Jan Jorgensen is inspiring, practical, and visionary. Jan brings us everyday transformational emerging leaders, courageously changing the world by speaking and living their truth. Sit around the table with us for profound feminine wisdom, insights, and connection. Be sure to join us at justjantvshow.com. New episodes are every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time at justjantvshow.com.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
We're making it easier to listen to the Voice America Talk Radio Network wherever you go. In addition to listening live, you can check out information about your favorite talk show hosts, discover new talk show personalities, add shows to your list of favorites, and listen to all our show archives on demand. All from your iPhone, BlackBerry, or Android. Download it from the Apple App Store, BlackBerry App World, or Android Market, and get ready to tune in. The Voice America mobile app, powered by Aircast.
The Voice America Women's Channel.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes, allowing yourself time to sink in and process what's being shared. This segment is our final segment. It goes so quickly when we have this time to connect together, and I encourage you, as you go back out into the world, to remember what happened here, remember what was placed on your heart, those things that touched you, that are becoming part of you, to bring that forward. Because I opened today talking about how you are here on purpose and for purpose. And I want you actively receiving what is here and taking it out into the world, because when we show up, when we shine powerfully in our life, that in of itself is a gift to those around us. As that flower blossoming and blooming with our own color, with our own texture, with our own fragrance, we become part of this beautiful global garden. And when one of us shrinks back, hides ourself, the garden becomes less vibrant. So I'm going to encourage you strongly to bloom where you are. Be willing to shine exactly where you are and how you are on the journey. And if this book can support you, that's why we created it, to support you on the journey, because it is not a solo journey. We are here with you, walking beside you, cheering you on. And I hope you have felt that in our conversation today. And with that, I know Dixie had something that she discovered on the journey I wanted to make sure that we heard. So Dixie, what was it that surprised you or you discovered in writing the chapter?
The biggest thing that was just the conversation. It stimulated a lot of conversation with a lot of people in my life, both global and local. And, you know, when we really look at the hardships of life and how we choose to move through them, everybody has a different lens that they're looking at the experience with. And our attachment to stuff, you know, it was the attachment and letting go of, you know, different disasters that other people were experiencing, from loss of loved ones to actual, you know, burning down of houses to, you know, floods and other things that have taken their stuff. But we get rerouted and rerouted. And that was just the whole topic of, you know, life is a constant construction zone, because we're being rerouted and rerouted almost constantly, whether it's our day-to-day life or on the bigger scale of things. And I loved what you said about the global garden. I just wrote that word down again, because that's what we're, you know, it's the reminder that we are all playing in a global garden, and we get to choose. And sometimes we don't always get to choose, but it's still a choice. It's a choice to choose or not to choose. And, you know, it's kind of fun to peel back the layers and just discover exactly where that is. So there was a lot of ahas and a lot of discoveries and conversation. I think that's the biggest piece, is the starting a different conversation.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. I think that's a really good reminder as we bring our time together to a close. I want some things that you can take with you as you go back out into the world, and that reminder that you can choose. And Dixie was right in her chapter in the middle of floods and all kinds of things that were taking place and shared some of that experience. And it's just a reminder to each and every one of us that we can choose. We can choose our response. We can choose our story. We can choose what we share. And it's important to remember that. Thank you so much, Dixie. I appreciate you sharing.
You're so welcome.
Jim, how about you? Did you have a parting thought or word or tip that you wanted to share with our listeners today?
Yeah, what I wanted to do is inspire people to keep moving forward. I have what I call Wok Star Walkism. One of them, 131, says, while doubt can keep you from the starting line, your dreams will inspire you to cross the finish line. Just keep going.
Love that. Thank you. Beautiful share. Thank you, Jim. And Samantha, how about you? Did you have something you wanted to share?
Yeah, definitely. I actually mentioned that in my chapter, but it's very much a quote where it says your success is driven. Your success is very much around how you show up and your level of commitment to take action. So if you want to thrive in any aspect of your life, take some action.
I love that, but showing up is important too. So wonderful that you tied those together. Showing up and being willing to take action. Beautiful. Thank you, Samantha. Great share. Sonya, how about you? What would you like to share?
I would like to share my favorite quote by Nora Roberts, and that is, if you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't step forward, you're always in the same place.
I'm just letting that sink in. Beautiful share. Thank you. And this is just such a powerful reminder for all of us listeners that we have far more power and choice than we realize. And we are the ones that hold ourselves back. And it can be mindsets that we have. It can be rules that we've created, or we're trying to be perfect. And I just want to remind you, you are all beautifully and wonderfully made just as you are right now. And a gift, a huge gift that you can give the world is sharing just a little bit more of you. When I travel around and speak, that is so often on my heart, that I believe what the world needs is just a little bit more of you. And you're the only one who can decide to share more of who you are. You are a gift absolutely needed just as you are. And I want to encourage you, and I hope you've heard this echoed throughout our time together, that we want you to bloom. We want you to dig your roots deep, to make choices to shine, to share the gifting that you have, that how you do that, because we're all connected, truly matters. And as you reflect on what we've talked about today, what's been spoken either verbally or maybe into your heart and spirit, that is given to you to take root, to grow, to blossom, to be shared out with the world. Be willing to share the gift of who you are. Be willing to go deep. Be willing to choose to show up, to choose to take those steps. Choose to share the gift of who you are. That wherever you go, whatever you do, may you always, always, always be willing to bloom where you are planted and shine. Have an amazing week, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter, next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific on the Voice America Women's Channel. And join us for a replay of the show every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Have Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.